Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Wiggles free. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense. They were fantastic a week ago when they went over Houston.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say, you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Come on. Hey. 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Ready? Tap the 60.
Operating from the gun, Covington. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready?
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
60. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Back. 76.
They'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big run there by Johnson. Given 42 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Covington. And his throw here is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And they get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a bit, a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
70 Ranger.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll set up to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now Thomas. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 19. Ready.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Covington. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Browns at 10-4 on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Touchdown! A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to extend their lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready, set.
Looking to put a drive together.
Roll. Come on. Set.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Covington. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
19-18.
He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third and 5.
19 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns had 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. Covington. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here now a third down and 8.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 line, cut 19, cut 19.
They'll look to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 12.
79 Broncos. Here we go.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up a 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw again. For the left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second down and 3.
7
looking to throw. Covington. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a play fake here on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's second and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Stephanie.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hurt. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitzes they just had against them.
And the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go now. 60-19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Covington. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Pulled in at the 24. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 3. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Covington. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
79 Brock, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Covington. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short one there to Fryermuth. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
64 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Okay, 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Gaddis. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Steelers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
18,
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Down to the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. the third.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
42, Steelers 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got a lot of heads, boy. Why that Drake, you got a chip? I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books TV, I thought it made me.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Bites.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
Get it? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready, break.
2nd and 5.
Go. Bronco in.
Back to throw. Gunter. Oh, and that is empty.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. A short one there to Fryermuth. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Steelers.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Come on. Hit. 70.
Looking to throw. Gunter. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
Operating from the gun. Gunter. He finds Rivera. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run with Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Steelers.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Steelers, 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And now the rookie's free. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Browns extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Gunter. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
19, stop, craft all 80.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun. Gunter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Let's go. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go.
On the handoff, it's Gaddis. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run the option. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offensive coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
70 Lions. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go. 33. Yellow.
And they take a knee.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22.